Hey guys, JT with Cracker Turn Torah, and today's project I'm going to be doing a shade structure for the sheep. I've done these a number of different ways in the past, so this is kind of not necessarily a first generation, it's more of a third or fourth, maybe a fifth generation. And yeah, so I'm going to be making that today. I'll record the process of making it, and then at the end I'll go through and kind of do a walk around, talk about why I did things a certain way, because there's some things that I'm having to do not perfect, but you can only get so many things these days. A lot of stuff is out of stock. So hope you all enjoy the video. Hey guys, got the shade structure for the sheep finished up. Just do kind of a walk around, explain how it's made. Basically, this is just this metal pipe right here. It's called top rail. It's used on the top of chain link fences, so you can get it real cheap. Comes in like 10.5-foot sections. I have noticed that they've gone up in price because I've been using them for a while and they have gone up in price definitely. So we got one top rail cut in half for upright supports. Another top rail going across the top as an upright support, and the base is literally just 4 top rails put together. And to put it together at the corners, just use this like a 90 fitting you can get at your hardware store, and then it just tightens down, bolts down. It takes this structure, it's just 10 by 10, and I use 2 cattle panels. And you can see in there that the cattle panels don't go all the way to the middle, but that doesn't really matter. It's still well supported. And I'm not gonna go through the trouble of buying another cattle panel, which is like 24 bucks, and cutting it and wasting it. So yeah, that's how it's done. It's all pretty much just zip tied together. One thing I do wanna point out, this is not how I would have liked to have done this. They do make a T-fitting for top rail that literally it'll clamp around the bottom one, and then it'll have a bolt going through it, and then it'll allow you to clamp to this. Much more secure than the way I did it, but no hardware stores in my area have those T-fittings. So I kind of had to found these little, it's like almost like an end capped, but it's shaped just to butt up against another one, and put a bolt through that one, and then put a bolt into it to tie it together, and then I put a hole through it and kind of zip tied it together. If I can find those T-fittings in the future, I'll take that back apart and then redo it. But yeah, here's the shade structure. One last thing I'll do is make like a handle, because it's really light, and I'll attach it on that corner and then on the other corner, and then I'll be able to just drag it to the next spot. And then also up at the top here, a couple more of these. Altogether I use 6 of these and 2 of those weird fittings that I've never seen before. But lift it up, it's just, I mean, it's super light. And some of you are probably thinking like, yeah, it's light, it's gonna blow away. So what I'm gonna do is probably just get some like rebar or something, bend it in like a U shape, get a couple of those, and then just hammer them in as like really heavy duty tent stakes. So that'll keep it from blowing away. And I've had structures like this back in Florida and gone through some really big storms, and they never blew away, so we'll see. But you could adapt this lots of different ways. Use it for shade structure. You can put ends on it, which I've done, like a end wall on it, and do like a chicken coop. I mean, there's all kinds of uses. If if I had one tarp and not two put together, you could actually use this as like a kind of like a tent or something if you wanted to. But I didn't want to have to cut a tarp, so I got these two tarps. They're 10 feet by 8 feet, so two of them makes perfect. And then after I put it together, I kind of realized that I actually kind of like this because it has this seam up here at the top, kind of serves as like a ridge vent, so it'll allow a little bit more ventilation to go through. But yeah, that's today's project. Got that done. Didn't take too terribly long, probably about an hour and a half start to finish. So hope you all have a good day.